Anyway, so yeah, he just sends the first probe out across the map and builds the pylon. And as I was saying, a pylon scout or a gateway scout is always just going to see this probe. And then I suppose there's a chance that you see the probe being this early, because this is earlier than even a Forge First Cannon Rush. You just never need your probe here this early for anything other than this. So either you just don't acknowledge that the probe was there and you miss it, because you're not used to seeing a probe that early. But look at this. Oh no. That's just tragic. Yeah, so you could still miss this if you just don't expect it. But it's not like Parting goes up the ramp. Maybe if he was scouted, he'd go up the ramp and pretend to be doing the world's earliest scout. But it seems super obvious, because there's nothing else you can do with such an early probe. Other than fake what you're doing here, I guess. Showtime actually scouting after his first gateway. Probably because it's Parting. And he knows that cheese is possible. Sends a second probe out to build the gateway. So typically what you see is put the gateway down, scout around your natural, then with that same probe that scouted, build the second one. But Showtime, being more rigorous about his scouting, actually sending another probe out. Basically 5 gas or something that he loses for that. Very, very little. But he does, you know, still show some respect, and he's scouting. Look at this. He scouted everywhere around his base, except for right here. And just a quirk of the map, you know. Oh my goodness. Pylon goes down in time for the Forge to finish. 2 gateways coming out. We've got 14 out of 16 on minerals. Lazy Boy didn't pair his minerals that well, but, well, could have slightly more minerals because of that. Not a big deal. Mostly just focused on getting the build rate. Blocks the pull from probes, because if you didn't block this, 3 or 4 probes on each cannon in a timely fashion. Look at this. This right here could be a problem. Although, to be honest, this pull from Showtime is too late. He's just, Showtime not very experienced at dealing with cheese, by the looks of it. Like, that pull wouldn't have even denied these cannons, so I don't really see the point of them. Makes Stalkers instead of Adepts, so he doesn't understand that the Zealots are the thing that's going to kill him. The Stalkers kind of suck against Adepts, Stalkers kind of suck against Zealots, so you want Adepts for this. And shield batteries and Adepts would absolutely just hold this. It's the easiest hold in the world if you understand what's going on. Showtime, unfortunately, being 7k on EU, never has to play against cheese. Maybe I played as Barcode or something, but I'll never do this. And Crypt Sale doesn't do this, and Mustari doesn't do this. So anyone in his MMR catch range will never do this. Unless he goes on to NA, in which case everyone does this. So that's where you go. You go for NA, some nice cheese practice. It's very reliable cheese practice. At all MMR ranges, you will see this. Rob, probably the highest one. Print, can you think of anyone higher than Rob that does this? But Rob is like 5.9k or something. And it's just instant death. Instant death. Actually, I like that this pylon that blocks the wall off is such a lifesaver. Rob does this every game, to the point that I just did a Forge First Cannon Rush, and then Social Send started calling me a retard and the rest of it, saying I was Rob, and how only Rob could do this and be this moronic and all this. I was like, good on you, Rob. And I was like, I'm not Rob. I don't know why you need to bring him into this. And then I said 1010 book would read again, and that was the end of our conversation. But yeah, I just enjoy how this pylon, it loses exactly 200 shields, regenerates those 200 shields like the boss that it is. We got 2 probes trying to squeeze onto the gateway. The gateway gets denied for 1 stalker, so there's a single stalker that actually gets up, and then this pylon able to actually power cannons on the high. So this is actually very strong. It just relies on your opponent not scouting. I guess actually it relies on your opponent not scouting pylon or gateway first, which is virtually non-existent if you think your opponent isn't a cheeser. Like, you have to think your opponent's a big cheeser in order to actually scout that early, right? This is why Print, you were saying how pylon scout should be meta, because it deals with a lot of stuff like this, and you can always mineral harass to recoup some of your money. But Oh, look at Showtime. Oh my goodness. So he actually proxies a second pylon there because he's a cheesy macro Protoss. Had he just gone straight into the main here, he may have gotten a few... Nah, he wouldn't though. That's the thing. The scout that he does is off first gateway. Yeah, he does a first gateway scout. Or does he? I don't understand actually. What is this? Gateway sends it back and then builds a gas. Builds another gas. Second gas scout. Okay, so second gas scout is too late. And yeah, Rob does this against me all the time. And he does it strangely in that he goes into stalkers afterwards. Like, it's not like a zealot cannon thing. It's like I'm gonna go zealots and maybe it'll be okay. And in any case, I'll just transition into double stalker production outside your base. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyway, so yeah, this second gas scout is too late. I think if it's a first gate scout, he should probably get here in time to see that there is nothing in Parting's base and know that something's up. Because he's not aware of any shenanigans yet. And now he is. So 1:36 is the earliest time that he finds out. Without immediately scouting this, or more like realistically and reliably, as you're doing a gate scout and seeing the probe before it even arrives here, or you're doing a pylon scout and like being in his base and seeing nothing's going on over there. I just want to double check that. Let's just double check if a gate scout would be early enough. I think it's just about going to be enough, but maybe not. So we build a gateway. If you position the probe perfectly, as you would do Showtime, because you're 7k Protoss and you don't take any potato inefficiencies. Look at how far away that probe is from where it could have been to build that. Actually, yeah, and then he sends it down the ramp. I think he probably still just misses it, right? What do you always think? It's a shame he just didn't gate scout this game. Do you think? Actually, yeah, I mean, he's kind of already there, right? So this probe will be down just in time to not see this. Yeah, because what they do typically is you bring your probe down now and scout this area. I guess on World of Sleepers, you just also scout this area. And that you don't even need to send the scout. You just need to do the little shimmy around your base and then do your second gateway, as you do every other game. So, like, it's a very easy way to counter this, actually. It's just to scout after this gateway. Just happens to be that we did a second gas scout and then we only scout around the natural. And then you're gonna cheese, so Showtime can't be mad about this. He was gonna cheese himself, so yep, just gonna chill here all game long. Getting pretty dizzy over there. Nice. Anyway, that was a beautiful game. I think, yeah, it's like 1 every 20 games you can do this. Otherwise, you're going to just force your opponent to scout this area and be fine. Mind you, on the ladder, everyone's lazy as heck. Especially, like, even like a top streamer that's just streamed for like 8 hours, he's not going to bother doing something as minute as checking this area, and then you get a free win against, like, Parting. That would be the ideal person to do this against. Is you get Parting with his build that he showed everyone on the home streak up after like a 10-hour stream. He doesn't bother scouting here and loses to this. That would be the ideal scenario. But who else could we do? Protoss streamer like Disc, I suppose. Get in them sleepy MMR points, guys. Easy.